you were asked to help out with the Oscars with a special production. They're trying to reach a younger audience, and I think they failed in a lot of places, but I think they did exactly the right thing when they got you guys on board. Talk about how that came about.
It was pretty amazing. The producers of the Oscars were fans of our work, and so they just called us up in early January and said, hey, we're producing this little show. It's called the Oscars, and we thought if you weren't busy, maybe you could help out, and kind of proposed that we do a collage of movies in our own style. And so we said, yeah, that sounds great. What if we do a segment that's sort of like if this year's movies had been musicals instead? And that's how it kind of came together.
And we were really impressed with the sort of depth of their knowledge and their fanship, and that a lot of people would get in touch with us and sort of say, could you make another Bad Intruder song for me? Which is a very difficult proposition. But they really knew the deep cuts. They were like, could you throw in another visual gag, kind of like an Auto-Tune the News #6? Like that video is almost 2 years old.
Yeah.
But what really inspired us to do it was, when we watched Harry Potter, we thought Ron Weasley's soliloquy really needed to be a booty jam. Because when we watched it, we just started dancing and snapping.
Has anybody ever gotten upset at you guys auto-tuning them? I could see maybe some politicians not liking it too much if they have any idea how to use YouTube to begin with. But has anybody ever contacted you either through their people or in person and confronted you and said, why did you do that to me?
We've been really fortunate in that many politicians and newscasters got into their line of work as kind of a backup day job and secretly harbored ambitions to enter the recording industry and become musical stars.
Right.
So through our efforts, they've been able to somewhat indirectly realize that dream. And so they've mostly been thankful to us, and we've heard from a few of them in positive fashion.
What was the most, like, the biggest shock person that you heard from that you had auto-tuned?
I think probably when Michael and Andrew got bear hugged by Katie Couric.
Did they really?
Yeah, I'd say that was the most satisfying and surprising moment.
She seems hip enough to where she would understand it and she would like it a lot, having that type of a thing.
Yeah, she's probably the most internet-savvy journalist out there.
Mm-hmm.
And she sounds great,
Yeah, she really does. And she might be the most attractive news anchor out there. I'm gonna throw that one out there.
So.
I think she's leaving CBS, right? So she's probably moving to Atlantic Records.
So we've talked about all the auto-tuning. We've talked about all that stuff. But at the very core, you guys are, legit musicians. And you actually have produced your own original songs and everything. Talk a little bit about that, because I think that's something people don't realize. But the trained ear understands that you guys know what you're doing. You're not just screwing around on a camera or on a computer.
So all four of us have been musicians for a long time, and we toured together just behind our own original music 3-4 years ago. It's when we first started working together as a quartet, and we still continue to have a lot of other musical projects to this day. But the videos have taken hold with an audience such that we put a lot of effort into that, and we enjoy it a lot. It's almost like a new way to approach songwriting, to co-write songs with these unintentional lyricists. So it's been a blast, and we're going to keep doing that for sure. But we also love performing live and playing music live with a band. So that's what we're doing right now on tour.
That's right. You guys are on the Digitour, which is it sponsored by YouTube, or tell me a little bit about what's going on with this for those that might not know.
Yeah, we're on tour right now. It's called the Digitour, and the concept is that it's a handful of musicians that pulled a lot of popularity from being on YouTube and collected this huge fan base behind putting out music videos online. So it's us. The other artists are Dave Days, Mystery Guitar Man, Daystorm Power, and then Ricky Ficcarelli, and various regional artists that join the tour at different periods. But we're all performing live the music that people originally came to know online. So we're touring with a live band, playing our hits from the videos that people know, so you can come sing along with hundreds of your best friends instead of just singing along alone in your bedroom.
Which I was actually up till 3 a.m. doing last night.
Prepping.
Doing some extra research, making sure I saw everything.
We feel your pain, Mark.
A friend of mine actually wanted to ask about, he was the one who showed me this video. Michael, you actually auditioned for American Idol once. Tell me about that.
Guilty. So I auditioned in Atlanta a couple years ago. It was amazing just to see the cattle call of people and hundreds of dreams being crushed every minute. Just watching people walk dejected out of the stadium, the same stadium Michael Vick played in.
Oh dear.
And so, yeah, it was quite an experience. I made it into the special room, got to sing some Akon and Tupac, I believed, and they aired a little bit of the Akon.
Yeah. Now, did they didn't air any of the comments. What were the comments you received from the judges?
I can't remember. It's so long ago. Actually, a little known fact is that I didn't actually see the judges. They edit a lot of that in post. Because when you see the producers, they put you in the same room, same backdrop. Mm-hmm. And so that makes it look like the judges see a lot more people than they really see.
So you never even got in front of the judges.
Right.
Okay.
Which is actually how Michael got the idea that we could edit ourselves on the floor of Congress. You realize that you don't actually have to be in the places that TV says they are.
That's an amazing revelation to come to. And what happens after this? When you guys are done with tour, then what? What are we doing?
Well, the really exciting thing that's about to happen is we just turned in a pilot script to the network Comedy Central.
Ah, that's right. Are you at liberty to give us a treatment on what that might be about?
Well, the first 12 minutes of the show it's going to be an unorthodox format. First 12 minutes, no commercials, just shots of squirrels. A 5-minute commercial break.
The squirrels are going to be cute, though.
Come back.
Not just any squirrels.
Same footage, exact same squirrels. This time, it's auto-tuned.
It's going to be called Totally Nuts with a Z, all caps. That'll really grab people's attention.
I think so.
The ad campaign is going to be amazing.
We're waiting for notes back on the script. I don't think they're really going to have anything for us.
I think they'll be ready to greenlight it.
Yep.
Well, I'm excited to hear more about that. Gregory Brothers, thank you guys so much for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thanks for
Thanks for having us.